Hey guys, this is Fredcheck Dave checking out the Switch version of Darksiders 3 and comparing it with the PS4 version that I played a reasonable amount, about 5 hours or so in the past. The most obvious difference is that the Switch version comes with the DLC and the PS4 version does not by default, so that's a reason to buy the Switch version. Here's the control scheme. It lines up reasonably well, at least on a Pro Controller. The main difference you'll notice is the inventory is on the plus button on the Switch, so the right side of the controller, and it's on the touchpad on the PS4, so they're kind of swapped, and vice versa with menu. So there you go. Due to Joy-Con drift, I don't play with the Joy-Cons anymore, so I can't really comment on as to how awkward it would be to use them instead of using a Pro Controller. The other thing I noticed was that the languages option on the Switch has like 20 different languages, and on the PS4 there is no different language option to begin with. So maybe they added a whole bunch of different voice packs, or maybe it's just subtitles, not sure. Alright, so here we are. The left will always be the Switch, the right will always be the PS4. The Switch is the brand new version, of course. But the PS4 version is like 40 gigs, and the Switch version I think is like 5 or 6 gigs. It might be a little bit more than that. But there's like an upper limit of 8 gigs just so it can fit on a vanilla Switch for any Switch game. So it's the marvels, the wonders of modern technology to how they managed to shrink these games down, especially something like The Witcher. But Darksiders is also a fairly large game, and you can see the differences a little bit more starkly. I think in the cutscenes the graphics tend to be quite a bit different versus in-game. There's just a little bit of graphical fidelity difference. Here's, I didn't quite get the frame here, but this is her yawning a little bit after that. Her and the horse. This one looks pretty similar, just enhanced fidelity essentially. This one is like the same frame, but the zoom is a little off. So, nice screen capturing here. On the Switch, when you hit the capture screenshot button, it just happens instantly. But on the PS4, there's like a delay, so you have to like sync it up. This one looks a lot different. I'm not really sure why. I'm pretty sure this is, I don't know, like 0.2 of a second apart, but the Switch background has like a whole bunch of stuff going on, and the PS4 background is completely out of focus. It's an interesting one. Here she's taunting War. What a nice lady. War being the protagonist of the first game. This one, I think the frame is almost the same, so it's possible that the camera is just in a different spot in this part of the cutscene. I'm not really sure why. This one, there are different golem heads. There's lots of different things that this head invokes, but doesn't really make me think of Darksiders, that's for sure. There are 2 different heads, but the one on the left is on the Switch, and the one on the right is the PS4. And it's kind of just the level of shine that's different, not necessarily anything specific about the model. And here we have in-game stuff, which is a little bit closer. There's more foliage in the PS4 version, and the resolution is a little bit lower, but in general it looks fairly similar. This, in the shade, it looks extremely similar as far as I could tell. But when you add the lighting effect, it's a little bit more apparent, the contrast here between these two. If not my camera work. I'm like almost in the same spot, not quite. Pretty close. And the rest of this will be, well, first there's going to be a little panel of each without me talking over it, which will be high resolution. And then after that it'll be me playing the game for a little bit. this is just her default form right here. And I can switch to two different forms that I've unlocked at this point. This one and this one. And they have different attacks on triangle is the PS4 button. I'm not sure what the switch button is, but the top one out of the four. I guess it must be Y. I'm trying to think back to SNES days. Easy way to remember that. And each one of these has like obviously a completely different weapon with a different moveset. This one being like two-handed axes or dual axes. A different spell, which is the orange bar it has to fill up before you can use it. And also... Oh, okay, you can quick switch, you just have to be precise about it. Also a navigation thing, so in this case it's a triple jump that freezes you in the air and also releases fire, which can be used in puzzle elements. And also... Okay, wrong button. And this one has like a glide. Just screwed up there, but double jump, hold X like Peach's dress in Mario 2. And there you go. Which is needed to navigate some gaps later in the game. Nope. I actually have 3 of those, so should be fine. Oh, I guess I can demonstrate that while we're getting attacked a bunch. There's like a witch time style of dodge in the game. Okay. I'm not sure if it's gonna work with triangle, but it'll work with square. Oh. It's pretty easy to do against bosses, but you don't really use it against regular enemies that much, but there it was. So it's just well-timed dodge, slows down time, and then you get like a parry style of attack from it. And I guess I won't demonstrate the Muso attack, or I could just use the already recorded footage of me using the Muso attack a little earlier. Oh, I have the super meter. We can use that to kill this dude. Extreme overkill first, but there's the souls of that thing. This is the Muso mode. I believe there's like 5 different ones, but this is the one that's associated with this element. I'm not sure how different they are as you go. You might be able to disable it. Yeah, I think I just barely disabled it. You see the little tiny speck in the upper left. So you can disable it like Dante's Devil Trigger, but it does have to be maxed out before you can use it, as far as I know. But in essence, Darksiders 1 is Zelda, Darksiders 2 is some Zelda and some Diablo. Kind of like Twilight Princess, I guess, if you want to keep the Zelda comparison going. And this game is Dark Souls. Both Darksiders 2 and this game are... Oh, okay. That's the lightning spell, little tornadoes that follow me around, I guess. In Darksiders 2, you have like 4 different directions to go, and I don't think you have to do them in a specific order. In this game, you have a more linear... Like, the levels are more linear specifically, but you can find little hidden paths that go to completely different areas and stuff like that. And your abilities unlock different areas, a la the triple jump, of course, and the glide will let you get further in the game. But you do have options as to where you're going to go. I don't know if at all times, but most of the time there's at least 2 different directions to go, usually 3 or 4. So yeah. There you go. I guess I can do the glide here, and then we'll hit the death plane. Death plane's way way lower here than I'm used to. You might be able to mix and match as well. No, I guess you gotta be on the ground to switch hair. What hair is equipped? But either way. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you next time.